Some outdoor adventures look thrilling, right up until the very final second. A YouTuber pushes past a warning he should have respected, and the camera keeps rolling even as the danger closes in around him. Somewhere on a frozen mountain, another camera catches a sight that turns pure excitement into cold dread in an instant. And on a snowy slope far from any rescue team, one more YouTuber learns that nature does not care how many subscribers a person has. These are not stories with happy endings. They are real moments, caught on camera, from people who love the outdoors more than almost anything else in life. Today we look at 6 outdoor YouTubers who didn't return home ever again. On May 1st, 2022, the channel ITCOG uploaded footage from the time these brave outdoor YouTubers went exploring the slopes of Mount Everest. Everything about the climb felt routine at first, just another day of pushing through thin air and freezing wind. Then, without any warning, they came across a sight so disturbing that it instantly reminded them of how fragile life really is at that altitude. That frozen figure resting in the snow once belonged to a hiker who likely lost his footing while making the same climb, a soul who never got the chance to come back down the mountain. You can tell exactly how heavy this discovery felt by watching the reaction of the YouTuber whose camera caught it all. His voice cracked, his hands trembled, and he was visibly shaken with terror at what he had just stumbled upon. Suppose that deceased hiker had taken just one more rope or waited for a clearer day before pushing toward the summit. A single extra precaution, a slightly different route, or one more day of rest at camp could have meant the difference between becoming part of the mountain's history forever and walking away with nothing but a great story to tell. On this fateful day, an outdoor YouTuber decided to go skiing in the middle of winter somewhere in Japan, eager to capture fresh footage of the snowy slopes. For quite some time, everything about the trip looked fun, normal, and full of the kind of energy that makes outdoor content so exciting to watch. But as he glided smoothly over a small, steep mound of snow, he had no way of predicting what waited just beyond it. Hidden beneath that innocent-looking slope was a waterfall completely covered by snow, and he was about to fall straight into it. The entire terrifying moment was caught on his helmet camera from the very start to the very end, leaving viewers with footage that feels almost too real to process. There is a chance this entire moment could have been avoided if he had simply checked the terrain map before choosing that path down the mountain. A short pause to study the slope, or a guide who knew the hidden waterfall was lying beneath the snow, might have steered him toward a safer route and spared him from a fall no one in the world could have seen coming. Here is the time a YouTuber decided to go camping in a remote area, fully expecting a peaceful trip surrounded by nature and fresh mountain air. Instead, the weather turned against him almost overnight, and what was supposed to be a short and enjoyable getaway quickly became a fight for survival. A severe snowstorm rolled in without much warning, burying the campsite under layer after layer of snow, and the YouTuber found himself trapped in that one spot for 9 consecutive days. With limited supplies, freezing temperatures, and no clear way to call for help, every single day brought a new struggle just to stay warm and stay safe. The footage from this ordeal shows exactly how quickly a relaxing trip into the wilderness can turn into a desperate test of endurance.
Nu blåser det något kopiöst. Hej Ken, du får kolla att allt är okej här inne va? Ska ta igen mig lite, sen får jag... Jesus! Solen! Det är som händer.
Think about how different this story could have been if he had checked the weather forecast more carefully before setting out, or packed an emergency beacon in case things went wrong. A slightly bigger supply of food, a backup shelter, or simply choosing a less remote location could have turned 9 terrifying days of survival into a quick and easy rescue within hours instead of more than a week. He was lucky his tent was made of strong leather, or he would have been exposed to the elements quicker than he lasted. YouTuber Anthony Vella decided to head out to a quiet and isolated area to test his Paramotor glider, a piece of equipment that lets a person fly through the open sky using nothing more than a motor strapped to his back and a parachute above his head. Unknown to him at the time, this particular test was not going to go anywhere near as smoothly as he had imagined, and the open field he had chosen was about to become the setting for something really catastrophic.
Yes sir, 23 meter right there.
Looks good. Clear prop.
Excellent power. This could be really exciting. Okay, I think I'm good to go.
But just when he least expected anything to go wrong, something happened in an instant that completely erased the confident smile from his face. The glider reacted in a way he had not planned for, and within seconds, the entire situation shifted from routine to dangerous.
48 miles per hour, come on baby! Oh!
In the aftermath, Anthony ended up shattering his arm in the fall, a painful injury that would have left most people frozen in shock. Still, he somehow managed to stay clear-headed enough to reach for his phone and call for emergency help, describing his location and his condition while dealing with the pain so terrible it seemed he would not survive it.
Call 911. Emergency. Oh my gosh. Help!
911 emergency.
Help me, please! I crashed my flying machine.
Okay, what was it that you crashed?
A paramotor. Please.
Yeah, do you read thoughts, Curses? Let me get you transferred real quick. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay, please.
Do not hang up.
Please.
Imagine if Anthony had chosen a wider, more open field with softer ground for this test flight, or checked his equipment one extra time before taking off. Paramotor gliders depend heavily on smooth conditions and proper preparation, and a small adjustment to his launch site or his gear could have turned this painful accident into a routine flight he would barely remember a few weeks later. This vlogger was out streaming live from a rocky cliffside area, talking to his audience as he normally would on any other day. Then, a sudden commotion broke out behind him, pulling his attention away from the camera and towards something he never expected to witness. A man stood near the edge, clearly in crisis, appearing ready to jump from the cliff top. Without a second thought, the vlogger dropped everything and ran immediately toward him, hoping there was still time to help. The question that lingers throughout this entire clip is whether he reached the man in time, and whether his effort to step in made any difference at all.
Tenemos muchas medidas de seguridad. Las principales, como ustedes pueden ver o lo van a ver a continuación, son las dos líneas de vida, los arnés de seguridad, casco de protección, lentes de seguridad y guantes de seguridad para brindarles una mejor y mayor comodidad y seguridad a estas personas.
Verga, acaba de correr un accidente, Dios mío, Padre amado, Dios mío.
Consider how this moment might have unfolded if someone had been able to catch that man before landing, or if someone who knew him had spoken to him days before. That simple conversation may have given him a reason to step back from doing what he did. Crisis moments like this one often hinge on timing and connection, and sometimes one caring stranger arriving at the right second is the only thing standing between a tragedy and a second chance at life. Unfortunately, nothing like that happened to prevent this man's tragic demise. The Ouray Ice Park sits inside the Uncompahgre Gorge, just south of Ouray, Colorado. Every winter, water is sprayed onto the canyon's rock faces, creating massive pillars of climbable ice that attract thousands of climbers worldwide. It's considered one of the safer places to practice the sport, but ice still shifts, melts, and cracks without warning. And when you're clinging to a frozen wall with nothing but axes and crampons, even a small change in conditions can turn a routine climb into a fatal moment. Kennedy's Gully is one of the more well-known routes inside the park. On the day in question, a group of experienced climbers had made their way to the top when they noticed another climber below, making his way up alone. He was climbing steadily with the kind of calm rhythm that suggested he knew what he was doing. But the climbers above noticed something he couldn't see. The ice beneath him was deteriorating, fast. Temperatures had been warming throughout the day, and the sheet of ice he was climbing had started separating from the rock face. From above, the group could see it losing its hold in a way that wasn't visible from below. One of the climbers, a woman, called down. She told him they had a rope and were setting up a rappel. Then she asked the question that carried the weight of his entire life. She asked if he could hang on.
He's losing his.
Hey, we got a rope if you want it.
You want a rope?
We're setting up for a rappel. Can you hang on?
That'd be great.
We'd love to do that.
He responded calmly, saying that would be great, but the tone from above told a different story. There was urgency in every word. They knew what was coming. What followed was one of the most tense real-time rescues ever caught on camera. The group worked frantically to rig a rope system. They asked if he was stable. He said yes.
You stable there? Right there? Yeah.
Do you have something to clip a loop into?
What's that?
Do you have something to clip a loop into?
I got you set right here.
That's all. Let's get this. You got a walker?
Yep.
Hang on a second, dude. This one isn't fixed.
Well, I'm clipped in.
Put them on belay. Do you have them on belay?
Yep, put them on belay. Hang on a second.
Do you have them on belay?
Hang on. You're not on belay yet, but we're getting there.
Communication was rapid, overlapping, voices cutting over each other. Someone called to put him on belay. Another confirmed. Then another said to hang on. They weren't ready yet. Everyone knew the ice could give way any moment, and if he wasn't secured when it did, there would be nothing anyone could do. They got a line to him. He clipped in. Then the ice gave way.
Hey, you're golden.
Wait.
Thank you very much.
Wait.
Wait. Let's put this up here. Put it under the beam just so we direct.
He's climbing. He's falling.
Got him. Got you. I so got you.
The entire sheet separated from the rock and collapsed beneath him. He fell. Voices erupt from above. And then, almost instantly, the rope catches. The belay holds. The climber was dangling on the rope, alive, but still far from safe. The group shifted into extraction mode. Someone suggested a 3-to-1 pulley system.
Got you, babe. Oh, God. There, tell me who was that.
Yeah, good.
Okay. You're not going anywhere. So got you. So we're setting up. Hold on, I got you. Keep walking up.
I'll put you in, don't worry.
Why don't we do a 3-to-1 pulley? I've got a pulley in the back of my harness.
Can you get over that ice to your right, maybe?
What's that?
That ice to your right, maybe?
They coached him from above, telling him to move toward ice on his right and keep walking as they pulled. One rescuer kept reassuring him she still had him and he wasn't going anywhere. Slowly, they hauled him upward through the damaged gully until his hands reached the top. When the climber pulled himself over the edge onto solid ground, all he could manage was a breathless thank you. The climbers told him to rest and take a deep breath.
And then when you come up here, there's running water. So don't be surprised. That was just not a moment too soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we knew what it was like when we came up this morning. Come on, come up here and rest. Come and rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna come underneath it.
Okay. I so got you. It's okay. There's water right there. Take a deep breath when you get here. Come on.
One mentioned they had seen how bad conditions were that morning, meaning they already knew the gully was deteriorating before the man even started. There were no cameras set up for content, no audience watching live, just a group of strangers on a mountain who saw a man in danger and refused to let him die, frozen in the Swedish wilderness. This skier believed all was well for a moment, enjoying the view from the top and feeling confident about the conditions around him. But things were about to change the instant he tried to retreat from the mountaintop, since he realized far too late that he should have paid much closer attention to the terrain beneath his skis. What started as a simple descent quickly turned into a situation he had no way of controlling. It's very clear that this skier was so confident in himself, he didn't think he could miscalculate what might have happened if he had taken just a few extra seconds to study the slope before away from the top. A careful check of the snow conditions, a slower first few turns, or a guide pointing out the hidden danger zones could have made this descent end with nothing more than tired legs instead of a moment that changed everything in less than a minute. If you've ever ridden a motorcycle, chances are you've heard of the Dragon. Officially known as US Highway 129, this 11-mile stretch near the Tennessee-North Carolina border cuts through the Great Smoky Mountains with over 318 sharp curves. It's considered one of the most thrilling and dangerous roads in America. Every year, thousands of motorcyclists travel from across the country just to ride it. But the Dragon has a darker side. Its sharp curves, steep drop-offs, and unforgiving terrain have claimed more lives than most people realize. And on October 15, 2016, it nearly claimed one more. Kevin Diepenbrock was a 41-year-old motorcycle enthusiast from Greenville, Texas. That fall, Kevin and his friend and co-worker, 29-year-old Philip Polito, had been spending weekends riding together. This trip to the Dragon was supposed to be their final ride of the season. Kevin had ridden it about half a dozen times before. He knew the road. He respected it. That Saturday around 10 a.m., Kevin and Phil were riding southbound near mile marker 3.5 when Phil hit his brakes without warning. Kevin didn't have time to react. He slammed into the back of Phil's bike, and the impact sent both men approximately 105 feet down a steep, rocky embankment, completely out of sight from the road above. Phil Polito did not survive. Kevin somehow was still alive, but barely. He quickly realized the extent of his injuries. 2 punctured lungs, 12 ribs broken in 17 places, 2 spinal fractures, road rash covering his body, and he was completely invisible. Cars and motorcycles passed constantly, hundreds throughout the day, close enough to hear, but no matter how loud he screamed, no one heard him back. No cell service either. He tried calling 911. Nothing went through. As hours passed, Kevin began to accept he might not make it, so he pulled out his phone and started recording goodbye videos. The first was filmed in daylight, blood visible on his face, words coming in short, labored bursts. He said it was around 10:30 that morning, and he'd been lying there ever since.
Hey everybody. That's all I can really say. About 10:30 this morning. Been laying here ever since.
Then he told his family he loved them, apologized for being stupid, and listed off names one by one. His mom, his dad, his brothers, his friends.
Just want to say I love you guys.
He told every single one of them he loved them.
Sorry I was being stupid, but you know that's what I do. Mom, Dad, love you. Courtney, love you. Kurt and Marnie, Karen, Matt, love you guys. Take care. I think I got a broke sternum.
Then he listed his injuries as best he could figure. A broken sternum, ribs, maybe his back.
Ribs, maybe back.
He asked whoever found the video to take care of his dogs, naming each one.
Love you guys. Take care of the puppies for me too. Give Kimber and Ruger lots of love for me. And Rocco, Notch, and Kimber.
Then he said something that sounded an awful lot like a final goodbye. He told them he'd see them soon. As night fell, he kept recording. He explained it was now 7 o'clock and he was trying to use his phone's flashlight to wave down vehicles.
See you soon. Hey, 7 o'clock. Trying to use my flashlight to wave somebody down. I think I moved. I think I tried getting up. I think I passed out. Definitely punctured some lungs.
His voice was weaker, He confirmed he had punctured lungs, said he could use a drink of water, and noted the road was just 50 feet above him, close enough to hear, too far to reach.
Oh. Love you guys. Man, I could use a drink of water. They're just like 50 feet away. All right.
He said goodbye to his wife Courtney by name, then his mom and dad again.
Love you. Love you, Courtney. Love you, Mom and Dad. Hey, yeah. Take care.
The final recording came late that night. His phone was at 10%.
I'm at 10% body, 10% battery. It's 11 o'clock. Man, I wish you would call Tennessee and tell him you got a husband out there that hasn't checked in since 10:30 in the morning. I love you. I don't know what to say.
He asked whoever found it to call Tennessee and tell them there was a husband who hadn't checked in since morning. Then he whispered goodnight, told his family he loved them, and said sweet dreams.
Hopefully be able to sleep and catch a state trooper in the morning. I love you. Good night. Love you. Sweet dreams.
After that, the phone went dark. Kevin spent the entire night at the bottom of that hill. By the next afternoon, nearly 30 hours had passed. Then something he would later call divine intervention happened. A woman riding the dragon asked her date to pull over for a drink, a random stop, no reason for it. But when she stepped off the bike, she heard a voice, faint, but real. The couple returned with Joshua Johnson, a rider from Alabama familiar with the area. Johnson spotted Kevin down the embankment and didn't hesitate. He slid down the steep hillside in full race gear to reach him. The Blount County Fire Department responded with rope and a crew of at least 6. When they reached Kevin, the first thing he asked was about Phil. He didn't know his friend hadn't made it. Kevin was airlifted to the University of Tennessee Medical Center in critical condition, but he was alive. After nearly 30 hours broken and alone at the bottom of a mountain, Kevin Diepenbrock was alive. Johnson later visited Kevin in the hospital. Kevin told him he was a glimmer of hope in the middle of the woods. After 2 weeks, he was released and expected to make a full recovery. He and Courtney watched the goodbye videos together for the first time in his hospital room. The footage was eventually shared publicly and went viral. Not because it was dramatic or cinematic, but because it was real. A man lying broken in the woods, saying goodbye to everyone he loved, not knowing if anyone would ever hear it. On March 5th, 2014, the channel A Fresh Society uploaded a video that showed the final moments of an outdoor YouTuber named Jacob, a man who left this world while doing the very thing he loved most. That morning started like any other adventure for him. Jacob and his crew packed their gear and headed out to a river they had scouted before. When they arrived, they noticed a powerful whirlpool churning in the middle of the water, twisting and pulling with a force that should have made anyone think twice. Jacob looked at it and felt a rush of excitement instead of caution. He believed he had the skill to take it on, and without a single moment of hesitation, he stepped straight into the current. Apparently, Jacob was not alone in that moment. His friend stood close by, watching the entire scene unfold, and according to the footage, that friend had actually been egging him on, pushing him to prove that he could handle the whirlpool without any trouble. The encouragement only made Jacob more determined to show off his confidence in front of the camera.
All in focus. If it goes out of focus, just press that button halfway down. Best thing to do is strap it round like that, but I've got to jump in straight away because it's going to go any minute. So you just press that halfway down to focus.
Wild horses, man. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's all good.
Good.
Yeah, it's a very powerful one tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. Earlier on it was scary. It's really scary.
It still is.
It's fine now because it's so deep you can kind of control it. When I first got in, I was a bit scared to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's safe as now. Look, it's a lot like surfing actually.
I reckon you got enough there.
Riding the current of it with your body.
Are you?
Yeah, it's really similar to surfing. Just flowing with it. That's pretty scary.
You got enough?
I should really make the most of it. I don't know what else to do.
But what came next was something nobody could take back. The inevitable happened in a matter of seconds, and the look of pure panic that spread across Jacob's face, the moment he understood this was going to be his very last breath, is the kind of footage that will leave you completely shaken. It is hard to watch, yet impossible to look away from.
I think it's going to go in a minute. I can feel it dropping down. Did you pass me the pole of the camera? So I think it's gone now. It's going to go down. Yeah, one last bit underwater footage on the day.
Picture a version of this day where Jacob's friend had been a voice of caution instead of encouragement. A version where his friend made sure he never entered that water at all. If that one person standing on the riverbank had urged him to walk away from the whirlpool instead of cheering him toward it, Jacob might still be making videos today. Sometimes the difference between a long career and a tragic final upload comes down to the people standing beside you in the moment that matters most.